It's time for Victory Talk. It's hot topics. This is going to be an awesome show. I have some guys here. Y'all gonna love them. Y'all gonna enjoy this session. I am really not going to be your host tonight. I'm just gonna be in and out. My lovey, he's gonna be our assistant fill-in host tonight. We're just gonna call him Phil. We just gonna call him Phil, Dr. Phil, whatever you want to call him. These guys may very well need a doctor after they partake in our version of the hot ones. So I pray that you guys have had a good week, that you're being safe out there. I know that it's raining, because truly we were gonna be outside on the deck. Y'all know how we do for our hot topics. But that's okay. We are in the studio this evening and we are doing our version of Hot Ones. They got some 10 wings here, y'all. A shout out to our brother Aaron Y who made the wings for us. Woo! Thank you, brother Aaron. We love and appreciate you. And so tonight we have on my right, we have a brother named Derek. Derek is new to the crew. Welcome, Derek.
Happy to be here.
You got on the right color.
Like, what did I get myself into?
And then we have, like I said, Dr. Phil, Dr. Feel Good. I don't know how good he gonna feel after this, but he's here with us. And then over here on my left, we have my little big brother Antoine. So y'all just enjoy them. They got some questions. They're gonna talk about some things they're gonna talk about. So they got these hot wings, and I'm telling y'all straight up right now, I'm not doing these hot wings. My acid reflux is not going to be all jacked up.
They feel hot.
I'm a diva. I'm going to stay a diva. Y'all not going to see me throwing up. Y'all not going to see me sweating. Ain't going to be no cursing, y'all. Y'all still know this is preacher's house. But ain't going to be none of that. But they going to have a good time. So if y'all have any questions that y'all want us to ask them while they are having these wings, y'all just chime in. Y'all know how we do. Send in your questions, make your comments, and I'm going to turn it over. They getting ready, y'all. They taking their bottles of water out, and they getting their napkins and their phones situated. I'm loving it. All right. Oh, and in the back, our cameraman tonight, our producer tonight, Brother Mishan. He tucked up in the corner, Kiara. I'm not going to let them do nothing to him. Wink, wink. So, y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We good.
Y'all
good
feeling
so
good?
far.
Y'all feeling good?
We're good so far.
You literally just asked me about Derek when we were in the car. So he volunteered. And I was like, yeah, I can do whatever. And then I explained to him the concept. And so I pulled it up on YouTube real quick and I showed him the episode with Kevin Hart. And it starts out with Kevin Hart, oh, my lips feel like they bleeding. And he was getting ready to change his mind. But
you in the seat now.
I told him he's not obligated to do all things.
You're not.
Well, see,
so,
but
it was a prayer already said, so I think we're good.
Well, see, Derek, that's what happened when you run with strange company. So good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Victory Talk. Now, if you're looking at the feed on Facebook right now, it may say Bible Study. I didn't get a chance to change that title, but this is Victory Talk, and we're just sitting here, and we're just gonna talk over some hot topics while we eat some hot wings. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I planned this episode was actually planned with my brother from another mother, Antoine Grant. But see, when you travel with us, and when you travel with us, you get roped into stuff, and sometimes it sounds good at the time, but then once you're in it, you're in it. All right, so fellas, first wing. Sriracha. Nobody's afraid of sriracha. Nobody's afraid of sriracha. Got you there.
And as a disclaimer, we don't have to eat the entire wing.
No. This is the black folks edition, and we don't waste no food.
See that now, but
no, you don't have to eat the whole wing.
But Aaron made these, so you.
But Aaron made those.
yeah, they're good.
So Antoine, now from Baltimore Flavor to Power 4.4. You know, you was really doing it in the internet radio business. Exactly. How was that?
For me, man, it was really a blessing, and it was one of those moments where I started telling people you're never too old to start realizing your dreams, because the radio was something that I had always wanted, well, not always, but had wanted to do for a long time. And the funny thing about it is, like, about 2 or 3 years before I actually started doing the radio, I was going to go to the Broadcasting Institute of Maryland, because I was going to learn the behind the scenes stuff, so I could be sitting over there with me, Sean, instead of sitting here eating these wings. But
yeah, you might wish you was doing that later.
yeah, but anybody that knows about the Broadcasting Institute of Maryland knows that you got to have a few coins.
True that.
But then I hooked up. I was on Facebook one day, and I saw a friend of mine advertising her internet radio show. And I just, aroused my curiosity, and I inboxed and I said, what's your show about? How do you get involved? She put me in contact with a guy named Frank Johnson, who, along with his wife, April Johnson, used to own a radio station called WPB Radio. Mm-hmm. So that's where I first got my start. You remember when I first started out, I had a man, Damien, from the church, as well as Jalea. Mm-hmm. Were a part of my team then, and this just gave me an opportunity to really understand the talent that we have in Baltimore and kind of expose it to some other cities, and it ended up being some other countries actually, because when it comes to like music and actors and authors and that kind of stuff, we have a ton of them here, but people outside of Baltimore think that this is just The Wire or this is just The Riots, and that's all we're known for. So with that radio show, that gave me the opportunity to let some of my Georgia people know, yeah, we got some people up here that can rap, and so on and so forth, and it just ended up being a blessing. And I started at one radio show or one radio station, and I hopped to like 2 other ones because there was always something going on. And I was like, got to the point where I said I can take everything that I'm learning to do and everything that I'm learning not to do at these radio stations, and I can go start my own. Cool. And had 2 partners with me. We decided to start at first Worldwide Flavor Network, because remember, that's what it was called at first, and then just made the decision to branch off from there and do the Power 4.4 thing. And even though I'm not technically doing online radio now, I am about to come back with some streaming stuff in the very near future. So looking forward to taking everything that I was able to do with Baltimore Flavor Radio and those 2 stations and just take it to a different level. I'm trying to talk so you don't throw them wings over here, but that's
next wing is Texas Pete hot sauce. It's about, I think it's about 350 Scoville. Yeah. Not bad. Yeah. Not bad.
What's sauce on this one?
Y'all awfully quiet. Y'all ain't having no real conversation over there.
You ain't hear that 20-minute answer I just gave?
No, I ain't hear. I was preparing wings.
Yeah, this was hot.
Come on, dude.
So hey, I'm giving y'all a side bowl for your leftover wings.
So, got a question to ask you, Carl. And I know your partner who's been traveling with you in all of, from Baltimore Flavor to Power 4.4, Jay McGraw. Me and him, we are Facebook friends. But I have to ask you, is Jay McGraw as cool in person as he is on the radio?
Yeah, Jay is pretty much what you see is what you get. The thing that I like about Jay, and this is actually, to be honest with you, part of the reason that I ended up stepping back from Power 4.4, Jay is one of those guys that when he is determined to do something and make a move happen, nothing else matters at that point. He gives you 150%, man. So with the 2 radio stations, and you know, shout out to him. I actually went to the radio station last week for the first time since I left in March, and it looks like a totally different place now. He done jazzed it up and all of this kind of stuff, but you know, he's definitely one of the coolest people, and he's one of those guys that just will go hard for you.
Yeah, we definitely got to see if we can get Jay to come in and sit down.
Oh man, he would love this.
Eat some wings.
He would love this.
So now we're gonna run with serrano pepper. This is 1700 Scoville.
See, I don't know what this. I mean, I know what the Scoville is. I don't know how they base this, but I know when it start getting up into the 4 digits.
Okay.
Go for it, Derek.
I'm going for it.
Y'all wouldn't drop nothing on the floor, get my baby all hot.
Not that bad. No, it's not that bad.
God, my brother Aaron, though. Jeez.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, big shout out, Chef Ziggy. If you go on Facebook, go to search for Chef Ziggy Presents. If it can be cooked, he can cook it. Not only can he cook it, he can cook it good.
My personal favorite chef, and that's a little biased, but
So,
Man, we all might be a little biased.
and this can go out to both you guys. As we're still in this somewhat semi-quarantine season. How you been faring through it?
Me, still working, you know. I work for Anne Arundel County. I drive a roll-out truck for that, for Anne Arundel County. So we still been doing, because I work for waste management. So we still having to work through this pandemic. So it's a blessing, man, that just to be able to say I can just go out and still do my job, because there's a lot of people that still haven't had the opportunity to go back to work. People gotten sick, and I'm just definitely blessed and fortunate that nothing like that happened to me. So yeah, man, I just through this whole pandemic, I'm able to still see a little bit of family, friends. So it's good.
it's been great for me, man. It's funny because I had made the decision back in January that I was going to step back from radio a little bit, just because when you have a radio show and you only got to be at that station for a couple of hours a week, that's one thing. But when you own or co-own the station and you got to be there every day, it takes a lot of wear and tear on your body. I'm not exactly a spring chicken anymore. So at that time, we were still at work, so I'm working 10 hours a day, and then sometimes getting off, going straight to the radio station, being there for another 5-6 hours a night. It was starting to take its toll on me physically. My last show was March the 14th. The pandemic started like a week later. We started teleworking that following Monday. So for me, as crazy as it sounds, the pandemic was perfect timing, because it gave me the opportunity to telework and then also not have to go to the radio station. So I'm like getting double the rest that I intended on getting. And you know, anytime you get to really rest your body and pay attention to your body, and you know, spend more time with the wife, even though she gets mad when she gets up to go to work in the morning.
Right.
You know, just to have that extra time with not only just my wife, but with family in general that I wasn't having. It's been perfect for me. So I don't live the pandemic. I can do this until I retire in 2024. You need to answer that question, bro.
Look, for me, hey, I just been sitting.
He wasn't doing nothing anyway. So
I've been sitting, chilling, working. I've been working from home. I think let me see here. They told us on the 17th of March, you know, just to everybody work from home. We want to see if the system handles it. So everybody worked from home. It was 17th was a Tuesday. About, you know, that day at 5 o'clock, they said don't come back. And we haven't been back to the office since. So I've been teleworking. So it's been lovely. It's been lovely. But now I know you're trying to push stuff off. We're gonna roll into cayenne pepper,
let me see this,
which is 30,000 Scoville.
All right, long as the bottle don't have no creatures on it.
Oh no, none of them bottles should have no creatures on it.
Nah, one of them got a bomb on it though.
Oh wow.
All right, so here we go.
Y'all wives and y'all women, please do not send them after me tonight in the middle of the night.
It's not that. I think the Texas piece had a little more bite than this.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
So, one of the things that's been going on during this season is the physical church buildings have been closed, and so you hear, different things. People are having virtual worship services. How do you feel about those?
I'm gonna be honest, I hate it. I understand the concept since we can't physically be in the church. The word still needs to be given, all that kind of stuff, but we all from the same church family, and y'all know how our fellowships used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know that once Praise God from whom all blessings flow was over, we still might be at that church for another 2 or 3 hours just having fun and fellowshipping. And, for me, St. Stephen's got to a point where outside of the wife, the kids, and the mother, and so on, that was like family,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And just to not be able to have that on a very regular basis, we make the best of it, I know you guys stream your services, and we stream ours as well, but I just miss that fellowship. I miss choir rehearsals, especially the men, because the men's choir rehearsals could be an episode of Comedy Central or something, but I just miss that. I just miss getting together and just being able to physically touch. And it's crazy because a couple of weeks before they actually shut the AME churches down, or churches in general, we used to be in the sanctuary, and Pastor Chris would be like, "Don't hug, don't shake hands," and that's all we do at St. Stephen's. Like, how you gonna tell St. Stephen's not to hug? And so I just miss all of that, but I still take advantage of it, and try to hop on all of the worship services on Sundays and the Bible studies and everything as much as I can. Catch you guys very often, as long as they're not schedule conflicting or whatever, but I just can't wait, at least for that part. If we can get back to the church part without me having to go back to work, it would be a perfect scenario.
All right, let's hit
Your
here.
watchers say they must not be that hot because y'all still talking.
Tabasco
I ain't got
pepper.
nowhere yet.
Now we're at 50,000 Scoville.
All right, time out. Because I think the problem is y'all didn't put a lot of sauce on these. That's the problem that I'm getting. Can I let me dip in that a little bit.
Oh, so you want some more sauce?
Yeah, because it looked like on a couple of them it was just a dot or two. I want to get the full.
You want the full experience.
So now, if we
Oh, shouldn't have did that.
What you say? You should have did that.
so now we're talking about your radio experience. Now,
I'm sorry, what?
We have officially stepped the game up. Woo!
now,
Anybody want milk? Let me know. We'll holler.
have you been watching the versus battles?
Most of them.
Okay, now I know I did watch the Fred Hammond, Kurt Franklin. I watched the now which one was that? It was a total mess. I think it was Teddy Riley and
Yeah,
yeah, that was a total rally. And one I would like to see, and I've heard rumors about it. No, a battle I would have loved to have seen would have been Big Daddy Kane and Rakim.
That would have been nice.
That's according. I was Fat Joe has a show that he does on Instagram every week, and he had Big Daddy Kane on a couple of weeks ago, and he asked him about that, and Big Daddy Kane said that he had already reached out to Timberland and Swiss Beats, and told him just let me know. So I think right now that's pretty much in Rakim's corner.
But now let me ask you this. Let's bring this
Uh-oh.
a little bit local, but before that, let's get this one right here. This is the bomb.
See,
And this is
when you start saying stuff like that on the bottle. Oh boy. I thought that was 10. Yeah, I thought that was like
See
10.
this right?
now. This one is 135,000 Scoville.
This one said beyond insanity.
So I hope that's enough sauce on there for you. You said that last time.
Miss Victoria said, "Go fellas, got milk."
Love you, Miss Victoria.
All right.
Got some milk.
All right.
You eating
So
this now?
here we go.
Y'all want to ask another question first?
Here we go.
That might, hold on, let me see.
Did I just get somebody? You alright, Doc?
I'm good.
You good. I'm sure Tawana wants you back the way she let you go out the door.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So
Hold it.
of the
That's a street.
Can I? Yeah.
Let me talk about this sauce first. Yeah, bring the milk.
Bring the milk.
yeah, bring it over. Get on. Come on, hurry up. Step it up. Step it up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That's good, that's good.
Oh.
Derek, you need
Give me
milk?
all.
Indeed, I do.
Oh.
Michelle don't need no milk.
That was a straight setup because it started out sweet. Oh my gosh.
Kira said, "Uh oh, they coughing now."
Oh.
That's my daughter.
Huh?
That's my daughter.
No, Michelle's having.
Oh,
Oh.
I think I'm done.
Oh.
Bruh.
You know, the Baltimore music scene is hotter than people think it is. But what two Baltimore artists would you want to see in a versus battle?
Anybody need bread?
Start now, won't be no.
Huh?
You want a piece of bread? You want some more milk?
Bread and
Either or.
my lips are falling off.
Oh my goodness.
The things I do for love. Oh, more milk. More milk.
More milk?
Bro.
Oh, y'all ain't
Now
gonna
what was
make
that?
it. Y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all ain't gonna make it.
Can we just switch straight to the last dab?
Yeah, cause this all the milk. Well, I got some almond milk upstairs. Y'all ain't gonna make it.
Keep pushing.
Alright, so to everybody that made it through all 10 on that show, God bless y'all.
Some nose is gonna be running in a
Mine
minute.
is.
Oh no, they already running.
Woo. Alright, what was your question again?
What two Baltimore artists would you want to see in a versus battle?
Against each other?
Mm-hmm.
We have two local MCs. One's name is Los, and one's name is Scar Akbar.
Scar.
From a music standpoint, I'm not talking about skills, I'm talking about the music. I would love to see their catalogs against each other. I asked that same question on Facebook about a month or so ago, and a lot of people said the same thing.
That's a deep conversation. That's a deep conversation.
Oh my gosh, I can.
All right. Yes, it. habanero pepper. 600,000 Scoville.
You're not supposed to have habanero.
I'm done.
Are you tapping out? He tapped out. I got y'all.
You out?
So y'all ain't get them on your skin.
I ain't come off the hot from that.
I'm sweating. Oh my God. Hold on. But also, to go back to that.
My people probably watching this and said they probably falling out. Yeah, it's funny.
I also would like to see two MCs. One named Ill Conscience and one named J Royale. I would love to see them do something as well.
All right.
Oh, somebody said, bet you got hair on your chest now.
Come on. Here we go. You might have to preach Sunday.
That's a setup. Sean.
I gotta take another bite before I answer the question.
Let's go.
Derek, I might be right behind you. I just ain't want to be the first to be out.
I know when to tap out. And that right there, it blew me up.
The bomb?
The bomb.
The bomb got you?
Hey, at least I made it that far.
I'm proud of you, Derek.
I'm proud of myself.
So, of the local artists,
Mac, I'm right behind you.
who is your favorite right now?
My favorite right now? That's a tough question. Especially since a lot of them watching my watch party.
I think my lips are cracked.
He's sweating.
That's a tough question. That's a real tough question.
Open it up. Open it up. Don't just leave it to artists. Do MC. That'll make it a little easier for you.
Say that again.
Who's in the scene? Not just artists. You're also MC.
Period. Just outside of Baltimore. Period.
No, in Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
So,
sometimes it just can't be one.
yeah, and it's not. Definitely the two that I just mentioned, Ill Conscious and J Royale. And actually their whole crew, Guy Grams and Dirt Platoon with them. I feel like they're our version of Wu-Tang, honestly.
I did something with them a long time ago.
Did you? There's a
My lips is still on fire.
there's a young lady who
Woo,
goes by
boy.
the name of Jada Lioness that I got put on a few years ago that I absolutely love, along with a young lady named Finesse the Other MC. But then there's also singers like my girl Star B, my man Jay Esquire. I think from R&B standpoint, my man Jay Treese also. I think they're some of the best R&B soul kind of singers that we have in the city that I know of.
All right.
Of course, there's probably another million that I don't know, but
There's a young boy named D. Jones that's really actually doing his thing. Right now, he do artwork. Plus, he doing like painting floors. Check him out.
what's his
Dude's
name?
dope. D. General.
General.
Alright. That's my tap off, bro. That's my tap off, bro.
You know, we are saying, you and I have said since we seen
That we wanted to
the
try.
show that we wanted to.
I ain't never
Lord.
seen the show.
Oh Lord. That we wanted to try this.
And I did. I knew, for the record, I knew I wasn't making it 2 or 10 because I'm not a big spicy person. Texas Pete is about or some real good jerk chicken is about
Yes.
Sure.
To make y'all feel better, Phil, I watch every episode. Y'all doing something harder than what they do. That's not the same one that they use.
Yeah, you hear that, Kevin Hart?
Yeah, they don't even have nothing that's 2 million Scoville units.
But we ain't even got to that one.
But like I said,
Go ahead, bust down the last one, folks.
Nah, bro, that's 3 more left. I'm not. And that bomb, like I said, was a setup because you bite into it, and your first 2 or 3 chews was sweet, and then it's like, you remember Bubblicious back in the day? Water freshen up when you used to bite, and yeah, that's how that felt. And yeah.
So you
I
should
know we make it 7. 7 is good. 7 is good.
Sure you don't want to go in that
positive, bro. I'm positive. Because it go in and it gotta come out.
Positive. So now, as we know that we have, a lot of things going on. Even we have this pandemic, then we have, we had I always say not the killing, but the murder of George Floyd. So just on a basic standpoint, as a black man, what do you think the state of this country is in?
Let me tell you, where we at right now is where we at a separation. Yeah. We more water over there.
And just because we stopped didn't mean you had to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. What?
My lips are burning.
I don't feel that bad now.
Icy chapstick. Go pick some up.
What would you say?
Oh man, it's what we got going on here is this separation stuff where, we got Black Lives Matter, but then you got, other people want to just be kind of like separated. We got the white folks doing what they're doing. We got black folks doing what they're doing, and it's not even supposed to be like that. We're supposed to be a country of unity. We're supposed to be able to come and love each other. He's hurting. His lips is burning. Mine's still burning too from the bomb. But
I can't feel mine until
with this president that we got right now, which it's crazy how he got people acting the way they're acting. We got people, got people running around here with these guns. It's just crazy, man. Whew. I barely can talk with this hot sauce on my lips. But yeah, man.
So, for me, this country is probably the worst that I've seen it since the crack era started. So, I remember there was a time when there was real community in the black community. And somewhere along the lines we lost that, and I kind of put the blame on my generation of especially black men.
Right.
Not all of us, of course, but as a whole, I think we dropped the ball in terms of being there the way we were supposed to be. To be men and to be leaders in our home, in our community, in our church, everywhere that we are as men supposed to be leaders. And once we dropped that ball, it became a snowball effect. And now you got, you had this point where you had 15, 16, 17-year-old girls out there having babies.
Right.
and then their babies grow up and have babies at 16, 17 years old. So now you got 35 and 36-year-old grandmothers.
Right.
And you got mothers and their daughters going to the clubs and going to the mall together.
Right.
And somewhere along the line, we just, like I said, we just totally dropped the ball. Now, as a whole, when you add the poor leadership that we have in the country now, and I can even go as far to say that the poor,
Right.
up to the state level, up to the country level, it's as worse as it's been, and me, you know, raised during these times. This is probably one of the scariest things I've ever
Yeah,
done.
man, with the
Can I speak
cops
to that, fellas?
shooting. You got the cops shooting, you know, doing they crazy stuff, killing the kids.
It's to the point now where I have the Citizen app on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I see a shooting or something, I hit his phone, bro, you good? I got to.
Everything that you
I can
said,
barely get that out.
everything that you said
You
is
wanna go home,
absolutely true. Go on. Everything that you said is absolutely true. I just feel like before you get to, and this is coming from someone who's right under your generation, which you're absolutely right. I come from a household that didn't have a father. But I once had a conversation with Minister Johnson, Christian Johnson, y'all know my brother,
Oh, man.
and my man Terrence
Chris
Powell.
Cook.
And we were having a conversation, and both of them thought, you know, the same way a lot of people think. I honestly believe, though all of those things has occurred and placed us in a position that we are today, even though with systemic racism and all these other things going on, I think the biggest problem is everyone is waiting for the next Dr. King, for the next Malcolm X, instead of being the next Dr. King and Malcolm
Right.
X. If you see something on fire and you continuously wait for someone to put it out, everything's going to burn down before you get that opportunity. We keep looking around and looking, oh man, it's bad out here. But what are we doing ourselves collectively to change it? We can say, oh, my pop wasn't there, my father wasn't there, but when I used to go pick my son up from daycare and I notice he's on the wall, he's in trouble, but somebody else's kid is right beside him, I'm not just talking to my son. I want to know why you on the wall too. You know better than that. Your mom didn't raise you like that, but we got away from that.
Right.
And for me, the not having a father in the house, I had to learn early in life to get rid of that as an excuse.
Thank you. Because we hold on to it too much.
Because the longer that you hold on to that, the worse you're going to be to the generation that you bring up.
Right.
Yeah, that begins to be a
crutch. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For me, my kids never wanted the way that I wanted. And I'm not just talking about like toys and stuff like that. I'm talking baseball games, football games, school choirs, and all of that stuff. The way that if you're a man and you grew up without a father, tornado watches? Oh my God!
Flash flood.
Flash floods? Oh yeah, we got one of them in the parking pad right there.
Exactly.
But as a man, if you didn't grow up with your father, or if you didn't have a positive male role in your life, the best thing for you to do is to be everything that you wanted from your father. Don't make excuses and say, oh, I didn't have him here to teach me this, that, and the third. Because you're not the only person in that boat. There's a lot of people.
Facts.
There's a lot of people. But I took everything that I didn't get and I poured it into my children. So even though now, you know, my son, he's 22 years old, and he's still at that point where he needs to find himself, I can sit here now knowing that I gave him everything that I could. And what he chooses to take from that and do is totally up to him as a man.
Absolutely.
But I was never going to use the excuse of not having my father in my life to not bring my children. That's
Just
ridiculous to me.
Just like they say, oh, a woman can't, teach a man how to be a man. Well, in all actuality, men can show young men how to do male things,
Exactly.
but men can't teach men how to be men. Because
man.
every man in this room has stood on their own values, morals, and
Exactly.
principles. I can't
Exactly.
tell you how to be a man. You're your own person.
Right,
The
exactly.
things that you encountered in life is going to make you who you are. So I just feel like this right here, what you're doing, fellas, what we're doing, this is what it takes. Just gathering, fellowship, talking to each other, asking questions,
and that's
answering questions,
And that's
building.
what we need.
That's what it's going to
Building,
That's
exactly.
what's going to change.
See,
You ready to try this one? This
and
is
y'all.
this is the
I'm gonna
ghost
sit
pepper.
here. He
That's the last one?
You might as well get some milk.
This is the
That's the
ghost
last one.
pepper, and this is 1 million Scoville.
Wait. That's one hotter than that?
It's too hotter than this, bro.
I see you down there.
You said 1 million?
1
Yeah,
million.
it's the ghost pepper.
You talking, man? You talking about burning yourself up?
I see. This is my dumbness because Phil kept asking, "You sure? You sure? You sure?" And I was sure when he asked the first time.
Hey,
But because Pastor Phil keeps pressing
but you know what? But you know what?
I've been done since the bomb.
Peer pressure.
I'm sorry.
Hold up.
I still feel the heat. Yeah, get the milk, bro.
That's what happens when you subject.
You want some ranch too?
I just saw that ranch.
You want some
I
ranch?
just
You
saw
want
that
dip
ranch.
it in?
That's what happens when you subject yourself to peer pressure.
Blue cheese and ranch is sitting over there.
Wait, man.
Cheers to you, bro.
All right.
You see, I know when to quit. I know when to quit. You can call me a sucker or whatever. I know when to quit.
All right. Ghost pepper.
Yeah. Them boys, they going at it.
That's not even fair. You know that's a Carolina thing, right?
It's tangy.
See? It's a Carolina thing.
It's got a little tang to it.
That mess coming out my pores, bro.
Hey, if you got
Listen,
my wife watching too. Hey, CC, they killing me over here.
man, you better come get him.
See, double!
Don't try this at home, man. If you, Jesus Christmas,
You know, I was going through Facebook.
that number 9 just look hot.
I was going through
I'm
Facebook,
messing with that.
and I seen this post that Cece had up, and said this is the reason why God closed churches. Now, being that I saw this during the middle of my work day, so it took me 15 minutes to actually get back to work. Because you know when you see something and you have to look at it again to say, did I actually see that?
She was bad, bro.
And you know, I was thinking, if this would have been at St. Stephen's back in the day, Mama Grace would have stood up and asked her to sit down.
Well, it's funny because she always tells the story when she wanted to join Anointed Praise, and she came to, I think it was just one rehearsal. And she was strategically placed in front of a mic. And when she started singing, you know how Ethel is. Ethel took that mic. No, boo-boo, you will not sing directly into the mic. And she never came back. I'm sorry for telling the story, babe, but she never came back to choir rehearsal.
Oh man.
Okay, now
I gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Because he's ready to cry.
It sounds a boy.
Woo! I know when to stop.
You know that? You know that feeling when the volcanoes are
I know when to
ready
stop.
so
I know when to stop.
See you later. I already did. She said, "Don't put my business in the street."
you seen it after the fact. Whew. So now I don't know if they've had this one or this one planned.
Your eyes as red as your shirt.
But
Eyes as red as your shirt.
I'm still on fire.
but if they ever
I blew up a long time ago.
if they ever said they wanted to have a versus battle with Drew Hill, who would you like to see go up against him?
Jodeci.
Funny because we've had this debate as well. Yeah, I could see a Jodeci or maybe like
But
a
they did that already with the
Jagged
Raiders.
Edge and 112.
They did somebody I can't remember what. It might have been 95.9. And they did Drew Hill and Jodeci, and Drew Hill won because everybody from around it. No, 96.3. That's right.
I see.
That's
That's the problem with asking that question to Baltimore people because Baltimore people are going to automatically be biased. Me personally, I think Jodeci would beat him. In a hit for hit battle, I think they would beat Drew.
I feel the same way.
Because
Please
first
don't.
of all, the
Sorry.
whole first side of the first album, Forever My Lady.
That's funny y'all ask these questions about verses, Phil. We was going to set work this morning.
Pray for me.
You
Now,
know
who would you put against New Edition?
Nobody.
You know what? What if somebody had just some mad scientist said, let's put, because this came across my head today. I was actually thinking about this, but let's say they decide to do Bell Biv DeVoe versus New Edition.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. That's
First of all, New Edition will wipe them out the water. And only one person in Bell Biv DeVoe can sing.
Yeah.
And then they only got a handful of hits for them together, whereas New Edition has 30 years. It's nobody. There's not a group.
Hey, look, I could put Bell Biv DeVoe against Drew Hill.
Ready?
Ready for what?
Next.
Yeah, man.
Come on, we down. Two more. And this is the Scorpion Pepper.
Oh man.
1.4 million score.
I don't mess with scorpions, bro. I don't even like Scorpios.
Boy, you got heart.
He said, I don't even like Scorpio.
He got more heart than I do. Cause I feel it coming out my pores, bro. Whew.
Cece said, "Hey, Jack."
Hey, C.
All right, come on.
So there can't hang. I sure can.
Let's go in this one and get our next question. So.
Just looking at that ranch over there.
You want some ranch?
On wing.
God bless you.
Bless you, man.
Thank you.
You ain't got Rona. Alright.
This would chase Rona.
I was about to say, if he did, he ain't got no more.
He ain't got it no more. You right.
All I need the cure is right here. A 10
Ready?
bottle? Yeah, man.
Let's go.
It's another setup. I can feel it coming. It's another setup.
He running away.
He's over there.
Oh God.
You go to the bathroom?
I don't know if that's gonna help. Oh man.
Pause, you don't want them to drop nothing today.
Oh, he gonna cry.
He might be so mad he might bite somebody.
Oh, let me get this water out while I still got a voice. Oh, Jackie.
Oh, it's gonna be quiet tonight.
Oh, Jackie.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be quiet tonight.
You crying, Dad.
Jackie,
He gonna be crying.
I hope you did your summer crew.
Once again, another setup. Tawana said, "Hey, Jackie."
Hey, Tawana. I promise I ain't do your booming bag.
Hey. Get this water out while I still got a
That's one of those ones that start out and then smack you after the third.
They hurt. I know when to stop. I know when to quit.
And here go the funny part. I looked at the wing.
Boy, y'all got hard.
That's
I
wisdom.
said,
That's wisdom right there. Like.
Hey.
Phil was like,
I looked at the wing and said, oh, it's not that much right there. Let me bite there. It was a lot there.
It's like that. See, this is how women live long lives. We'll do stuff like this.
I was raised around.
So now,
If you got.
as we, you know, we're looking at the, you know, the social injustice and, you know. And,
Well, I can't hear nothing you saying right now. You sound like Charlie Brown teacher.
Wah, wah, wah.
My lips.
Dr. Phil. You don't get what that is?
Oh,
6 minutes to refresh your mind.
all right.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Come on, you ready? Ready to hit the last dab one?
Y'all got hard.
I mean, if you don't went this far, you might just.
All right. Now we done made it to. This is
This is a straight setup right here.
this is the last dab. You don't have to do the dab. Only if you want to. Only if you want to. This is Carolina Reaper. This is actually supposed to be acclaimed right now.
Right.
The world's hottest pepper. 2.1 million Scoville.
Man, I don't know.
As a man of God.
I'm
gonna do your last dab. Gotta pour your own poison.
Hold up, ain't it already some on here?
Yeah. The last dab, you add a little dab.
Is this
to
someone
it.
there?
Yeah. You add a little dab to it.
You got an eyedropper so I can make sure that it's just a.
Oh man, that's too much.
Look, that's a little
I don't have no album to promote. If you make it through all 10,
Yeah, right.
I ain't got no movie
You ain't
coming
got
out.
nothing to promote. Promote Victory Talk. There you go.
All right, ready? Ready? All right, come on, we can do this. We can do this.
And you said this is how much on it?
2.1 million
Boy, my
Scoville.
stomach is cussing at me right now.
Carolina Reaper.
Tony, what is going on? You can't hammer.
Is there any more chicken wings without the sauce?
Yeah, I got y'all. Tony, your mama said, what is you doing?
Boys got hard.
And me, Sean, you preaching Sunday after.
They got hard.
This was your idea, Dr. Phil.
It's for your show.
Tawana said, what's the flavor?
I done took my
Hot!
Derek just stopped. Tawana said, Derek just stopped. He just stopped.
I stopped right here, baby. Right here.
The camera over there.
Right here. I'm sorry, the camera.
We're
Right
down
here.
in our last 3 minutes, so Derek, Antoine, I thank y'all both for being on the show.
Remember the episode of Martin when he was like, I don't want to fight no more?
You made it, man. You made it. All 10. You made it.
He made it.
I thank y'all for being on this first
Thank you for having me.
Victory Talk
And your prize
Hot
is blue cheese.
Hot Topic and Hot Sauce.
Ooh.
Thank y'all both for
I'm never
being
coming
up
back to
here.
this again. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. The answer is no. Bruh.
I thank y'all all for just being here with us and seeing this and just forget what you saw, because I'm in pain and I don't know what's gonna happen, because you know hot gonna coming in. It's got to come out.
But thank you for having me, man. You know, oh my gosh.
I appreciate it being part of this this experience. I'm still.
Yeah, wipe your nose, wipe your nose.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch
Yeah, I
your
already
face.
know. I was getting ready to.
That's what I seen. That's
Don't touch your face.
But
Yeah.
always family, man. Y'all know I love y'all to death, man.
And with that said, I thank each and every one of you, Antoine and Derek and Dr. Phil. We are just so grateful that you just took the time and came on to Victory Talk, and we enjoyed you. I do have some wings for you.
See, I'm coming to join you.
I have some wings that don't have
He'll
hot
be
sauce
one
on it.
breathing fire.
You guys were y'all was some stand up, and you were good treat. Thank you everybody who joined us on Victory Talk tonight. I know that this was a more of a laughter show, but I pray that you got something out of the conversation that was had from these guys. They touched on some deep topics, and I pray to have them back again without the wings, without the hot ones.
I told you I'd come back
But I would
anytime.
absolutely love to have you guys back again.
I love to
And
come
so to our viewers, we pray that you're being safe out there. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. Stay in and enjoy the evening. It is raining, and the alerts for flood warnings are flooding our phones. So I pray that you be safe tonight. Next week, join us for Victory Talk, when we will hear from Reverend Shireen Johnson. She has gardening for life. Y'all don't want to miss next week's show. It is going to be awesome. I am your host, Lady J. I love you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. I look forward to seeing you again soon.